draw stroke. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay, so we talked about grip, right? So grip, this is where it all starts. Okay, two things are gonna happen. One,
you going hot?
No, I'm not. Okay, from here on out, I want you to start thinking about your left hand. Your left hand is really key for the draw stroke, right? No matter where my hand position is, whether it's, surrender, interview, relaxed, my left hand is gonna move towards the gun. My left hand moves towards the gun for two reasons. One, right, the faster this moves, this automatically moves faster, right? Which means a better, faster draw stroke. Two, when I start moving my left hand towards the gun, that means my left hand gets on the gun faster, which means I establish my grip sooner, which means I'm setting the fulcrum sooner, having a tighter, more precise grip, better recoil, better shot placement, all that jazz, okay? So no matter where the hands are, right, left hand and right hand are moving at the same time, okay? With a level 2 device or even a friction holster, left hand, and I like to think about just taking my palm and touching it on the right side of my belly button, bang, here. My elbow is gonna act like it's got a lawnmower engine string attached to it. It's just gonna come straight up. I'm gonna seat the pistol, I'm gonna grab. When you look at my hand placement, front sight post, rear sight post, wrist and elbow are one perfect straight line while the gun is in the holster, okay? If you have a level 2 device, like a thumb brake or something, obviously you're gonna seat and you're gonna sweep. As I come out, the gun should be coming generally towards the target, okay? It's gonna come here, it's already gonna start to orient. I'm not gonna come extra high, that's super unnatural and uncomfortable. I'm just gonna let the gun come through a natural path. It's gonna clear, bang. As soon as it's cleared the holster, right, if I trip the level 2 device, I'm gonna go from this position to extend my thumb back out. My left hand is gonna come back underneath. I'm gonna think about gripping, lifting, and pressing all at the same time with my left hand. So what does that mean? What does that look like slow motion? I'm here, gun comes out, left hand grips, set the fulcrum, press out towards target, straighten the gun out, mount the trigger, see the sights, bang, shot goes off. Okay? Left hand, right hand simultaneously, seat, thumb brake. Trigger finger starts to mount when the gun is parallel to the floor in the direction of the target. Left hand seats, left hand grips, lifts, press. I'm seeing my sights, literally no kidding, right here. I'm seeing them, they're starting to superimpose off the target. I'm pressing out, bang, gun goes off right at presentation. Okay? One more time. Left hand, perfect straight line with the right. Gun clears holster, left hand grips, presses, lifts all at the same time. Gun goes off, okay? I'm not aggressively coming from this position or establishing my grip hard and then pressing out, because if you look at my hand position, if I were to be super high at chest level or presentation level, where's the gun pointed? Not at target. That means I have to right the ship to get it straight. I want it to come as best I can. Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, okay? But I want to orient the gun. I'm not coming out and bowling. I'm not coming out and fishing. It's literally, gun comes straight, I'm seeing the sights, bang, I'm pressing out, okay?
Hey, so he's really good about getting that left hand down there. One of the most important aspects of this is that hand has to move into a position where I'm not making contact with the gun somewhere out here. I want to make contact with the gun as close to my body as I can. And why? We explained this last night. When our hands come together, what do they start to do? They start to form the vise. They start to create pressure. If this hand marries out here, I'm gonna have a weak grip, right? So, whether you can get your hand all the way down there, just ensure that this hand is moving simultaneously to find a position prior to pushing the gun out straight, okay?
Are you pulling back a little bit as you are pulling,
I am taking forward? I am taking the slack out. It's like this, okay? I'm coming, gun is oriented towards target, finger touches. Slack from this position, once I can roughly see the gun in my face, that's when slack comes out, slack out, slack out, slack out. Boom.
Do you guys understand the difference between slack, where the wall is, where creep is, to finally the round breaking? So I have a hot round in the chamber. Can you guys, I'm not shooting, but look at my trigger finger. Can you see all of that movement? That is all slack. So when he's saying prepping the trigger, that means as I go, my support hand comes into the party, that's right when my finger moves to the trigger and I start driving out. I'm at the wall and pressure, as that fulcrum is tightening, the pressure of my trigger finger is still increasing, but I'm already at the wall. All of that slack is gone, you're already at the wall and you're gradually, evenly applying a press or a squeeze of the trigger. That's what he's talking about when he's saying prepping the trigger.
So I'm gonna demo two things here. I'm gonna draw really fast. I'm not gonna prep the trigger. I'm not gonna mount the trigger until I'm at presentation, right? And then we're gonna look at the time. And then I'm gonna actually slow down on purpose. You're more deliberate with my draw stroke, and I'm gonna slack out, and you'll see the gun go off, and we'll see the difference.
Everybody have ears?
Ears. On.
Good.
Rep.
Okay, 129, and that's moving lightning fast. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down, and I'm gonna prep in route. And the shot's gonna break right as I'm getting to presentation. And I'm gonna move my hand slower. One, two, one. A tenth of a second faster, and I'm moving my hands about 60% of that original speed. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, pressing her out, bang, gun goes off. I'm not trying to okay, I'm not trying to throw a jab at Tim Kennedy over here, where I just got to give it all I got because it's a shot in the dark, hoping it lands. Okay, he's gonna slip it anyway. Right, so nice and smooth, controlled, one fluid motion, slack out, gun goes bang. Okay, so we have appendix. And instead of grabbing it, I'm gonna shove it down the front of my pants. Okay? So same thing, her hands, either sides, surrender, whatever it might be. And I'm a huge fan of it, right? Thumb in, I'm probably gonna clear garment. Thumb in, I usually have to make a little bit of space, right? The gun is gonna cover that same path. If you look at the muzzle, yeah, the gun's turned, but my muzzle is tracking the same path as if it was coming out of a holster on my hip, right? So I'm thumb in, right, originally to pinch, but thumb comes up, the gun is gonna travel, I'm gonna rotate, slack out, bang, okay? But right from that belly, right from that center position, the gun is literally coming, that muzzle is going vertical or going horizontal. The second it comes out of the holster, I'm moving it in the direction of the target. Slack out, okay? Real simple. Most people who shoot appendix have a really bad habit of keeping this with their thumb, and then this becomes their left hand grip. Okay, so out of the holster, soon as the holster's cleared. Out of the holster, soon as the holster's cleared. Any questions, right? We should be doing from this, and this is a really bad habit. If you have a level 2 device, that's a thumb break. We see this a lot. You don't move it, you're gripping it really hard, and then you put your left hand over the top and nothing changes. So no matter what your holster is, if you grab like this, bang, that is where my grip starts. Here, left hand up, left hand grip, left hand press, okay? Let this guy, or your support hand if you're a lefty, right? Let your support hand do the work for you, right? You will have more precision, your sights will settle sooner, and be on target more accurately.